Welcome to Pigeon Healthy. Today we're going to talk about something that affects every single pigeon you keep, regardless of breed, purpose, or age. Something so fundamental that it influences feather quality, immune function, breeding success, racing performance, growth rates, and overall vitality, and yet it's something that most pigeon keepers get wrong without even realizing it. I'm talking about nutrition. Specifically, I'm talking about the hidden nutritional deficiencies that exist in most standard pigeon diets. Now, before you think my birds look fine, they must be getting what they need, hear me out. Because the problem with nutritional deficiencies is that they're often subtle. They don't cause immediate dramatic illness. Instead, they cause slow, gradual decline in health and performance that's easy to miss or attribute to other factors. You might notice your bird's feathers aren't quite as glossy as they should be. You might see that growth rates in young birds are slower than optimal. You might find that breeding pairs aren't as fertile as you'd expect. You might observe that racing birds tire more quickly or recover more slowly. You might deal with frequent minor illnesses, birds that just seem a bit more vulnerable to every passing disease. All of these can be symptoms of chronic nutritional deficiency. The frustrating thing is you're probably feeding your birds regularly and thinking you're providing good nutrition. You're using a commercial pigeon seed mix, maybe one labeled for racing pigeons or breeding pigeons. You provide grit and maybe a mineral block. Your birds have access to food daily. How could there be nutritional deficiency? The answer is simple. Most commercial pigeon seed mixes, while they provide basic calories and protein, are severely lacking in certain critical nutrients. And these missing nutrients are exactly what birds need for optimal health and performance. Today I'm going to reveal what's missing from most pigeon diets, why it matters so much, and most importantly, how to fix it using 3 simple, natural seeds that you can add to your feeding program starting today. This isn't complicated, it's not expensive, and the results are real and visible within weeks. Understanding what's wrong with standard pigeon diets. Let's start by looking at what most pigeon keepers feed. The typical pigeon seed mix contains corn, wheat, peas, beans, milo, safflower, maybe some barley and oats. These are all good foods. They provide carbohydrates for energy. They provide protein for growth and tissue maintenance. They provide some vitamins and minerals. A pigeon can survive and even function reasonably well on this diet. But surviving and functioning reasonably well is not the same as thriving. It's not the same as reaching full genetic potential. And the reason comes down to specific nutrients that these common seeds either don't contain at all or contain in insufficient amounts. The critical missing element, essential fatty acids. The single biggest nutritional deficiency in most pigeon diets is essential fatty acids, specifically omega-3 fatty acids. Let me explain why this is so important. Fatty acids are the building blocks of fats. Some fatty acids can be made by the body from other nutrients. These are called non-essential, not because they're unimportant, but because the diet doesn't have to provide them directly. But certain fatty acids cannot be made by the body and must come from food. These are called essential fatty acids. There are 2 main families of essential fatty acids, omega-6 and omega-3. Both are important, but the balance between them is critical. Omega-6 fatty acids tend to promote inflammation when in excess. Omega-3 fatty acids are anti-inflammatory and support numerous body functions. The ideal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 is somewhere between 2:1 and 4:1. In typical pigeon diets based on common grains and seeds, this ratio is often 10:1 or even 20:1. There's far too much omega-6 relative to omega-3. Why does this matter? Omega-3 fatty acids are crucial for brain and eye development, especially in young birds. They're essential for healthy feather structure and skin. They support immune function and help regulate inflammation throughout the body. They're incorporated into cell membranes everywhere in the body, affecting how cells communicate and function. They're particularly important for heart health and circulation. For racing pigeons, omega-3 supports cardiovascular efficiency and endurance. For breeding birds, omega-3 is critical for egg quality and chick development. For growing birds, omega-3 supports optimal growth and feathering. When birds don't get enough omega-3, they develop chronic low-grade inflammation. Their immune systems don't function optimally. Their feathers are duller and more brittle. Their cardiovascular efficiency is reduced. Growth and development are compromised. They're more susceptible to disease. They don't reach their genetic potential. The problem is, common pigeon feed ingredients are very low in omega-3. Corn has almost none. Wheat has a tiny amount. Peas and beans have minimal amounts. The omega-6 to omega-3 ratio in these feeds is terrible. And this is the hidden danger. Birds eating these diets are getting enough calories and protein to survive, but they're chronically deficient in omega-3, and this deficiency slowly undermines health and performance. The second missing element, phytonutrients. Beyond essential fatty acids, standard pigeon diets also lack diverse phytonutrients. Phytonutrients are plant compounds that aren't classified as essential vitamins or minerals, but have significant health benefits. They include things like carotenoids that support vision and immune function, flavonoids with antioxidant properties, lignans that support hormonal health, saponins that have immune-modulating effects, and various other compounds. Wild birds eating a diverse diet of seeds, grains, greens, berries, and insects get a wide range of phytonutrients. Domestic pigeons eating only a narrow range of common grains miss out on this diversity. Over time, this lack of phytonutrient diversity contributes to suboptimal health. The second missing element, phytonutrients. Beyond essential fatty acids, standard pigeon diets also lack diverse phytonutrients. Phytonutrients are plant compounds that aren't classified as essential vitamins or minerals, but have significant health benefits. They include things like carotenoids that support vision and immune function, flavonoids with antioxidant properties, lignans that support hormonal health, saponins that have immune-modulating effects, and various other compounds. Wild birds eating a diverse diet of seeds, grains, greens, berries, and insects get a wide range of phytonutrients. Domestic pigeons eating only a narrow range of common grains miss out on this diversity. Over time, this lack of phytonutrient diversity contributes to suboptimal health. The solution: 3 powerful seeds. The good news is this problem is easy to fix. By adding 3 specific seeds to your pigeon's diet, you can dramatically improve the nutritional profile, correct the omega-3 deficiency, provide diverse phytonutrients, and support optimal health. These 3 seeds are flaxseed, fenugreek, and pumpkin seeds. We've discussed each of these individually in previous videos, but I've never put them together as a complete nutritional enhancement protocol. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to combine these 3 seeds, in what proportions, how to prepare them, and what results to expect. Seed number 1, flaxseed. Linum usitaceum. Flaxseed is the star of this trio because it directly addresses the omega-3 deficiency. Flaxseed is the richest plant-based source of alpha-linolenic acid, an omega-3 fatty acid. Approximately 40% of flaxseed by weight is oil, and 50 to 60% of that oil is omega-3. This is an extraordinarily high concentration. When you add flaxseed to the diet, you immediately improve the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Instead of 10.1 or 20.1, you can bring it down to 4.1 or even better. This has cascading effects throughout the body. Beyond omega-3, flaxseed also provides high-quality protein, about 20%, dietary fiber, and lignans, which are phytoestrogens with various health benefits including hormonal support and antioxidant effects. For pigeons, the benefits of flaxseed include stronger, glossier feathers with better structure, reduced inflammation throughout the body, improved cardiovascular function and endurance, better immune system function, support for brain development in young birds, improved skin health, better reproductive function in breeding birds, and enhanced overall vitality. How to use flaxseed. Whole flax seeds have a very hard shell and many pass through undigested. They must be ground or soaked. Ground flaxseed. Use a coffee grinder to grind whole flax seeds into coarse meal. Grind only what you'll use within 1 to 2 weeks because once ground the oils oxidize. Store in refrigerator. Soaked flaxseed. Soak whole flax seeds in water, about 3:1 water to seed ratio, for 8 to 12 hours. They'll swell and develop a gel coating. Drain and mix with feed. Dosage: add approximately 5% flaxseed to the total diet by weight. For practical application, this means about 1 teaspoon of ground or soaked flaxseed per bird per day, or 50 grams per kilogram of feed mix. Seed tumda 2. Fenugreek, Trigonella funum graecum. Fenugreek complements flaxseed beautifully. While flaxseed provides omega-3, fenugreek provides other important nutrients and bioactive compounds. Fenugreek seeds contain approximately 25% protein rich in amino acids, minerals including iron, magnesium, and phosphorus, vitamins including B vitamins, saponins, and other compounds that support digestion and immune function, mucilage that soothes digestive tissues, and phytoestrogens that support reproductive health. For pigeons, fenugreek benefits include support for reproductive function and egg production, improved digestion and nutrient absorption, immune system support, anti-inflammatory effects, support for healthy blood sugar regulation, and promotion of healthy weight and body condition. How to use fenugreek. Like flaxseed, fenugreek seeds are hard and should be soaked or sprouted for best digestibility. Soaked fenugreek. Soak seeds in water for 8 to 12 hours until swollen. Drain and mix with feed. Sprouted fenugreek. After soaking, continue rinsing twice daily for 2 to 3 days until small sprouts emerge. Sprouted seeds have even higher nutrient availability. Dosage: add approximately 3 to 5% fenugreek to the diet. Practically, this means about 30 to 50 grams per kilogram of feed mix, or roughly 1/2 teaspoon per bird per day. Seed number 3, pumpkin seeds. Cucurbita pepo. Pumpkin seeds round out the trio by providing nutrients and compounds that the other two don't emphasize. Pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc, which is critical for immune function, wound healing, and feather health, magnesium, which supports bone health and muscle function, protein with a good amino acid profile, omega-6 fatty acids in moderate amounts, vitamin E, which is an important antioxidant, and cucurbitacin, a compound with antiparasitic properties, particularly against intestinal worms. For pigeons, pumpkin seed benefits include natural parasite control and prevention, immune system support through zinc, healthy feather growth and skin, support for bone and muscle health, and antioxidant protection. How to use pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds can be fed whole if they're hulless or hulled varieties. If using seeds with hulls, crushing or grinding makes them easier to eat. Raw pumpkin seeds. Feed raw, not roasted or salted. Roasting destroys some nutrients, and salt is harmful to birds. Crushed or ground. Lightly crushing or grinding makes nutrients more accessible. Dosage. Add approximately 3 to 5% pumpkin seeds to the diet. Practically, this means 30 to 50 grams per kilogram of feed, or about 1/2 teaspoon per bird per day. The complete enhanced feed mix. Now let's put this together into a practical feeding program. You're going to create an enhanced feed mix that you add to your base grain mix. Enhanced seed blend recipe. Per kilogram of base feed, 50 grams ground or soaked flaxseed, about 5%, 40 grams soaked or sprouted fenugreek, about 4%, 40 grams raw pumpkin seeds, crushed, about 4%. This means you're replacing about 13% of your standard feed with these 3 nutrient-dense seeds. The remaining 87% is your usual mix of grains and legumes. Preparation method. Option 1, pre-mixed enhancement. Prepare a larger batch of the enhancement blend that you can add to feed weekly. Take 500 grams ground flaxseed, 400 grams soaked fenugreek. Prepare weekly in smaller batches, and 400 grams crushed pumpkin seeds. Mix these together. Store the dry components, flax and pumpkin, in the refrigerator in an airtight container. This makes enough enhancement for about 10 kilograms of total feed. Each day or every few days, take the amount of base feed you need. Add the enhancement blend at the ratio of 130 grams per kilogram of base feed and mix thoroughly. For the soaked fenugreek component, prepare fresh every few days to prevent spoilage. Option 2, daily fresh preparation. If you prefer maximum freshness, prepare daily. For a flock of 20 birds, you'd use approximately 1 kilogram of total feed daily. Add 50 grams ground flax, 40 grams soaked fenugreek, and 40 gram crushed pumpkin seeds. Mix with your base feed. Lightly moisten with water if desired so the enhancement sticks to the base feeds rather than settling to the bottom. Transition period. Don't switch to the enhanced feed overnight. Gradual introduction prevents digestive upset. Week 1. Add the enhancement at 1/4 of the full dose, about 30 grams per keepsine of feed. Week 2. Increase to 1/10 dose, about 65 grams per keepsine. Week 3. Increase to 3/4 dose, about 100 grams per keepsine. Week 4. Full dose, 130 grams per keepsine. This allows the bird's digestive systems to adapt to the new ingredients and the microbiome to adjust. What results should you expect? The improvements from this enhanced nutrition program are real and observable, but they develop over weeks, not overnight. Here's a realistic timeline. They should be more consistently well-formed and normal-looking as digestive health improves. Birds may show increased appetite and interest in feed. Week 3-4, feather quality starts improving. Existing feathers may show better luster. In birds that are molting, new feathers coming in should be stronger, glossier, and more vibrant. Week 4-6, energy levels and vitality improve. Birds should be more active, more interested in flying, for racing breeds, more alert. Eyes should be brighter. Overall appearance should be healthier. Week 6-8, for breeding birds you should notice improved fertility, better egg quality, stronger hatchlings. For racing birds, improved endurance and faster recovery after training. For young birds, better growth rates and development. For all birds, noticeably improved immune function with fewer minor illnesses. Week 8-12 and beyond, full benefits realized. Feathers should be noticeably superior in quality. Health should be robust. Performance in racing or breeding should be optimized. The flock overall should be more vigorous and require less intervention for health problems. Specific benefits by bird type. Racing pigeons, improved cardiovascular efficiency leads to better endurance. Faster recovery after hard flights due to reduced inflammation. Better feather quality improves aerodynamics. Overall better health means more consistent performance through the season. Breeding pairs, better egg quality and fertility. Stronger, more vigorous squabs. Better crop milk quality transfers nutrition to offspring. Longer productive breeding life as birds maintain better health into older age. Show pigeons, superior feather quality, shine and color. Better overall condition and appearance. Improved health shows in bright eyes, clean vents, and vigorous demeanor. Young birds, optimal growth rates. Better feather development, stronger immune systems, better long-term health foundation. Common questions: is this expensive? Flaxseed, fenugreek, and pumpkin seeds are all relatively inexpensive, especially when bought in bulk. The cost per bird per day is minimal, often less than what people spend on commercial supplements. Can I use just one or two of these seeds instead of all three? You can, and you'll still see benefits, but the three together provide comprehensive nutritional enhancement. Each seed contributes something unique. Do I need to continue this forever? Once you see the benefits, you'll want to continue. This becomes the new normal diet. However, during off-seasons or rest periods, you could reduce the amount if desired. What about other supplements? With this enhanced feed, you're providing most of what birds need naturally. You might still provide mineral blocks for calcium, fresh greens for additional vitamins, and grit for digestion, but you likely won't need commercial vitamin mineral supplements. Can I feed this to all ages? Yes, from weaned squabs to elderly birds. For very young squabs still being fed by parents, feeding the enhancement to the parents benefits the squabs through crop milk. Will this cure existing health problems? It's not a cure for diseases, but by improving overall nutrition and immune function, birds are better able to resist disease and recover from illness. It creates a foundation of health, safety, and precautions. All three of these seeds are safe for pigeons when used at recommended amounts. The key points: freshness. Flaxseed in particular must be fresh. Rancid flax oil is harmful. Store properly and use within reasonable timeframes. Preparation. Grinding or soaking is essential for proper digestion and nutrient absorption. Gradual introduction. As mentioned, introduce gradually to prevent digestive upset. Balance. Don't massively exceed recommended amounts. More is not better and can cause imbalances. Final thoughts. The hidden danger in most pigeon diets isn't contamination, disease, or toxins. It's simply inadequate nutrition. The basic seed mixes that most of us use provide calories and protein, but they're severely deficient in essential omega-3 fatty acids and diverse phytonutrients. This chronic deficiency slowly undermines health, performance, and longevity. The solution is simple, natural, and effective. By adding 3 nutrient-dense seeds, flaxseed for omega-3, fenugreek for digestive and reproductive support, and pumpkin seeds for minerals and parasite control, you transform an adequate diet into an optimal one. You're not adding synthetic supplements or chemicals. You're simply including whole, natural foods that provide what the body needs. I've used this approach for years. The difference in my birds compared to when I fed standard mixes is dramatic. Better feathers, better health, better performance, fewer problems. And it's not just my observation. Countless pigeon keepers who have implemented enhanced nutrition programs report similar results. If you're struggling with recurring health issues, poor breeding results, inconsistent racing performance, or just a nagging sense that your birds aren't quite thriving the way they should, look at nutrition first. Before reaching for medications, before blaming genetics, before assuming there's something wrong with your management, ask yourself, is my basic nutrition truly optimal? In most cases, the answer is no, and this simple enhancement program can turn that around. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a thumbs up. Nutrition is the foundation of all pigeon health, and sharing this knowledge helps improve care across the entire pigeon keeping community. If you've implemented nutritional enhancements and seen results, or if you have questions, leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to Pigeon Healthy yet, please do and turn on notifications. We focus on fundamental, natural approaches to pigeon care that produce real, lasting results. Thank you for watching. Take care of your birds, invest in their nutrition, and enjoy seeing them reach their full genetic potential. I'll see you in the next video.